Hello fans, welcome to another piece of news. Today we have a bombshell that is shocking all Minnesota Vikings fans. But first, if you are not yet subscribed to our news channel, then take this opportunity to subscribe. Leave a like here too, because these videos are a lot of work to make and we bring everything here to you firsthand. Now today we have two bombshells. Let's go to the first one today. Vikings could still surprise and seek a major reinforcement for the quarterback position. The 2025 season will mark a new chapter for the Minnesota Vikings. After years of stability with Kirk Cousins, the franchise embarks on a new era under the command of young J.J. McCarthy, quarterback chosen with the 10th overall pick in the 2024 draft and now officially projected as a starter, even after having missed his entire rookie season due to a knee injury. Despite the bet on the rookie, there are signs that the Vikings have not yet completely closed the door on moves at the quarterback position. Recent speculation suggests that the team may consider a veteran addition to the roster, and a familiar name may once again be on the franchise's radar: Kirk Cousins himself. According to Max Dybul, journalist for Heavy Sports, Cousins could be a strategic piece in the Minnesota roster, this time not as the absolute starter, but rather as a kind of insurance policy for McCarthy. Cousins will turn 37 in August and no longer poses a long-term threat to McCarthy's starting job, Dybul wrote. But he would be a much more reliable backup option than Sam Howell, the team's current QB2. Howell, acquired via trade during the last draft, is still viewed as a project. While he showed flashes of promise in Washington, he lacks the experience and stability that the Vikings front office seems to value around McCarthy's development. In that context, Cousins, who is intimately familiar with Kevin O'Connell's system and the locker room culture, appears to be an ideal solution to fill that role. According to Dybul, there have even been internal moves by ESPN analysts to draft trade proposals that would bring Cousins back to Minnesota, even if only as a backup. Kirk Cousins built a solid run in Minnesota from 2018 to 2023, throwing for more than 23,000 yards and 171 touchdowns in 6 seasons. In 2024, he moved to the Atlanta Falcons, but the team's disappointing campaign and the arrival of rookie Michael Penix Jr. ended up cutting his tenure as a starter short. Even so, Cousins finished the season with reasonable numbers: 66.9% passing accuracy, 3,508 passing yards, 18 touchdowns and 16 interceptions in 14 games. While his turnover rate was notable, his experience in reading defenses and making decisions still makes him one of the most reliable veteran quarterbacks in the league, especially in support roles. McCarthy is the present and the future, but he may need support. None of these suggested moves would mean a change in the team's leadership. The Vikings are fully committed to J.J. McCarthy as the starter. The plan has always been to bet on the youth and start to shape the franchise around him, offering a competitive roster with names like Justin Jefferson, T.J. Hawkinson, and a solid offensive line. However, the team knows that developing a first-round quarterback requires a stable environment, and often, a worthy mentor can speed up the process. This is where Cousins' potential return makes sense. He wouldn't be an obstacle, but rather a valuable technical and psychological resource for McCarthy. Plus, in a league where injuries or performance fluctuations can alter the fate of a season, having a veteran ready to step in an emergency could be the difference between fighting for the playoffs or sinking in a transitional year. With training camp approaching, the Vikings seem confident in their current structure, but they're keeping an eye on the market. If there are signs that McCarthy needs more time to develop, or if Howell doesn't show satisfactory progress, the front office could consider reconnecting with Cousins. For now, the story between the veteran quarterback and the Vikings seems to have come full circle. But in Minnesota, the past and the future could cross paths again. Report Tom Brady vetoed Raiders' signing of Sam Darnold during free agency. Tom Brady's influence extends far beyond the field. Now a minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, the legendary quarterback already appears to be leaving his mark on the franchise's strategic decisions. According to a new report from Michael Silver of The Athletic, Brady was reportedly a key reason the Raiders didn't invest in Sam Darnold during the last offseason. The move, or rather, the lack thereof, has drawn attention. With just 4 wins in the 2024 season and having tried out names like Gardner Minshew II, Aiden O'Connell, and Desmond Ridder as starters, the Raiders were expected to be aggressive in their search for a new quarterback. Darnold, then coming off a successful comeback year with the Vikings, was one of the most speculated targets on the market. However, the former Minnesota player's name didn't please everyone behind the scenes in Las Vegas. While some believed the Raiders would make a move for Darnold, minority owner Tom Brady, a 7-time Super Bowl champion and a major voice in team decision-making, was not in favor of the idea. According to a source with knowledge of the team's internal conversations, Silver revealed, Raiders chose Geno Smith over Darnold without Brady's approval. The team opted to go another route. The Las Vegas team traded with the Seattle Seahawks and brought in veteran Geno Smith to lead their offense in 2025. Smith arrives to work with promising young talents, such as tight end Brock Bowers and running back Ashton Jeanty, both selected among the first picks in the last draft. Brady's decision can be seen as a clear statement about the type of quarterback he considers ideal for the new phase of the Raiders. While Sam Darnold has revitalized his career with the Vikings, leading the team to an impressive 14-3 record with 4,319 yards and 35 touchdowns in 2024, the player's uneven record in previous seasons may have weighed against him in the former Patriots and Buccaneers. QB's analysis: Darnold signs with the Seahawks and begins a new phase after being rejected by Las Vegas. Darnold ended up finding a new home with the Seattle Seahawks, a team that was looking for a successor to Geno Smith. The 3-year, $100.5 million contract with the franchise guarantees the quarterback the opportunity to lead a new competitive project in the northwest of the country, even with the shadow of rookie Jalen Milroe, selected by the Seahawks in the 3rd round of the 2025 draft. Darnold's trajectory with the Vikings appears to have been a turning point in his career. After turbulent seasons with the Jets and Panthers, he took advantage of his opportunity in Minnesota to prove his worth as a quarterback capable of leading a team to the playoffs with elite numbers and offensive control. Now he seeks to consolidate that evolution in Seattle. Brady's influence behind the scenes is starting to weigh. This isn't the first time Tom Brady has demonstrated his executive vision outside the field. Although he is not yet involved in day-to-day decisions at the Raiders, his participation as a minority investor is already beginning to influence high-impact choices, especially at strategic positions like quarterback. Whether the decision not to hire Darnold will prove to be the right one, only time will tell. What is certain for now is that Brady's presence in the Raiders front office is already having concrete effects and may indicate a more conservative and controlled direction for the team's construction.